First, we have a single element plus a compound, which is how we know that this is a single replacement reaction. Now that we know it's a single replacement reaction, we need to use what's called an activity series to determine will this reaction occur. So we're going to look at calcium versus copper. Here is calcium and copper is way down here at the bottom. So we're going to give calcium a smile and copper a frown. Calcium gets a smile, copper gets a frown, and the chlorine, we're going to kind of give it a little circle random shape. Now, is the copper and the chloride a happy couple? It is not a happy couple. So that means that we're going to switch the calcium and the copper so that chlorine can be hooked up with a happy element. So the copper is going to become the single element, which is the frowny one. It's going to be all by itself over here. And the calcium is going to take the place of the copper and join the chloride. Now, we do not carry numbers over, which there were no numbers to carry anyhow. I'm going to go ahead and put the smile and the circle here, just to remind us that this is what we want to have actually. Now, when you have a single element form as a product, you have to ask, is it one of the 7 diatomics? And it's not one of the 7 diatomics, so it does not need a little 2 next to it. Anytime you form a compound, we have to balance the charges. The charge of calcium is a +2, and the charge of chloride is a -1. So because this is a +2 versus -1, we're going to need 2 chlorides, because 2 times 1 is going to be -2, which will balance with that +2. And so now we can balance the coefficients of the reaction. 1 calcium, 1 calcium, 1 copper, 1 copper, 1 chlorine, 2 chlorine. So I'm going to put my 2 here. And that has modified my copper. I now have 2 coppers, so we'll put a 2 here. So now we have 1 calcium, 2 copper, 2 copper, 2 chlorine, 2 chlorine. This is balanced. Final answer is calcium plus 2 copper chlorides yields 2 coppers and 1 calcium chloride.